Hello out there on the YouTube thing. I have decided to make a final update video. And what better time to do that than on Christmas Eve, which is today. So I have quite a bit of stuff here. Well, probably the usual amount of stuff to show because I break it up into increments. Is that the right word? Set that right there. And we'll start off here with some, actually we'll start off here with the VHS tape that I picked up. I've almost completely broke myself of buying VHS tapes, which is a good thing. Because I don't currently have my VCR hooked up, or any VCR hooked up, to watch them. And my newest VCR had the last time I'd used it, last couple times I'd used it, it had started to eat the tapes. So what's the point? Plus, I'd say maybe 50% at least, maybe more, but at least 50% of the VHS that I have, I probably already have them on DVD or Blu-ray. Some of them are even online to watch. So anyway, let's just get off on a tangent before I even start. Anyway, what I bought was I'd posted a couple pictures of this on my Instagram a while back. I'd seen it in a thrift store, different thrift store, and I don't know why I didn't buy it. I just took pictures and thought that'd be enough. But then I kept thinking about it. It's like, I'll probably never see one of those again. And I knew about it ahead of time before I'd seen it in that last thrift store. It's the original cover of The Little Mermaid. And they had this cover. This was at a Goodwill. They had this cover, and they had two copies of, I guess, the replacement cover. And this one, if you look really close, I don't know if you can see it in this video, and you might already know the story, but right here where the castle is, there is a member, so to speak. Might be really hard to see, but you can Google that. I'm sure you can find it. So I guess one of the artists had put that in the painting without telling anyone, I suppose. I don't know the reasoning behind it. I don't remember. But you can read that online, I'm sure, if you're interested. So I bought that just because. And then I got No Doubt's Tragic Kingdom on CD. I used to have this on cassette at one time. This is probably their most famous one. It has Don't Speak, Spiderwebs, Just a Girl. Great album, though. I like No Doubt. And I like Gwen Stefani's solo stuff. And then I bought these mainly, once again, because I'd never seen them and never thought I'd see them again. Twilight. This is the score. If you can see that. It's just the score, music, not the soundtrack specifically. New Moon, the score. Eclipse, the score. And Breaking Dawn, Part 1, the score. So they didn't have Part 2. So I just bought those just because I like instrumental music. And I didn't realize those even existed. So, on to the, well, I also have one other item before we show the vinyl. It's a new issue of Scary Monsters magazine, one of my favorite magazines. I don't buy every issue, but I buy a lot of issues of this. This is the 115th Retro Robots Run Amok issue. And it's presented by Scary Monsters. Now, onto the albums. Let's see here. I thought I put these in order, but I guess I did not. So, I don't know if anyone's ever going to see this video, or at least not on the day I record it, because, like I said, it's Christmas Eve. And some people have things to do. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I have this already, but I might not. Vangelis. And this one is Opera Sauvage. I think I have this because I think I showed it not too long ago, but this has includes Him, the theme from the TV wine commercial. That's funny. I don't remember that on the other one, if I'm thinking of the same one. This came from Dingleberries originally, but I bought it at Goodwill. And then another one from Vangelis. This says John and Vangelis short stories, and the John being John Anderson on vocals from the band Yes. There he is on the back with Vangelis. And Vangelis was originally with a group called Aphrodite's Child, which put out an album, and I think the album was just called 666. It might have had another title, but anyway. And he's also more famous for Chariots of Fire. How to Make Your Husband a Sultan. Belly Dance with whatever that says. I have a ton of these records. They keep showing up all over the place. Actually, not all over the place, just where I buy records. And this one is The Happy Wanderer and German Favorites. The Schaumburger Marching Singers with Orchestra and Children's Choir. And this is German. I'm not going to pronounce it, but the cover is so awesome. It has a hype sticker on it there. I mean, with or without the words, it's still great. And the fact that it's not in English, that makes it just as good as far as I'm concerned. Life Can Be Miserable, Homer and Jethro. This is one that it's got the classic artist artwork on here. I want to say the artist is it's Jack Davis. Yes, I should know that automatically. He's done a lot of album covers and quite a few for Homer and Jethro. And this one has Oh Lonesome Me, There's an Empty Hanger in My Closet Tonight, Don't Monkey Around with My Widder, Oh That's Terrible, I Don't Think My Gal Loves Me Anymore, The Monkey and the Baboon, etc., etc. If you're not familiar with Homer and Jethro, it's like a Weird Al version, country version of Weird Al. They were around before Weird Al. Ray Conniff, this is a later one. This has a lot of good stuff on it. It's a good cover too. It's got, let's see what the label looks like. It's just the red Columbia. As let's see, the theme from Police Story, Happy Days, Young and the Restless, Beretta's theme, Welcome Back, theme from SWAT, Love Is All Around, which is from Mary Tyler Moore. Mystery movie theme, song from MASH, Making Our Dreams Come True, song from Laverne and Shirley. Came out in '76. Love me some Ray Conniff. Speaking of which, Love Will Keep Us Together. I didn't have this one, so from time to time I'll run across one that I don't have, but I don't know how many albums he'd put out, probably a million, but I have less than a million. And this one's produced by Jack Gold and Ray Conniff. Has the title track, Please Mr. Please, Rhinestone Cowboy, Wildfire, at 17. Some great stuff there. It's come out in '75. Same Columbia label. And I thought I had another one here, but maybe I don't. These are in no specific order. Ethel Smith, Hollywood Favorites. I'm looking out. I keep looking out the window because I hear a vehicle rumbling outside. It's like I know it's not going to be in my driveway, but another Ethel Smith, Galloping Fingers. That's a great cover. And I think this picture is taken from one of her other albums, which I have a couple copies of it over there, but I'm not going to get up and get it. It's amazing that I actually know where a record is in this room. In this hideaway Decca, classic Decca label. Chuck Kirkland at the organ, Yesterday and Today, New Organ Sound. This is a great cover, look at that. It's one of those little eyeball tricks. I don't know what they're called. They try to be on Diplomat. That's a rough record right there. Rough around the edges, literally. But a lot of these records, you can almost tell that they were released in the 60s just by the artwork, because they were trying to compete with, or I guess they were trying to compete with, like, rock and roll records being psychedelic. Trying to blend in, at least. Chris Waxman at the Hammond organ, Organized. Phase 4 record. Always pick them up. I could possibly have this one already, but, you know, I mean, why wouldn't I just get it anyway? Do it. I'm organized. I'm far from organized, but London, Phase 4. And this has, let's read a few here. Love is Blue, Up, Up and Away, The Impossible Dream, Strangers in the Night, Can't Take My Eyes Off You, blah, blah, blah. And the last one I got here, I know, it's the last one. Lowry presents the MX-1. Yeah, featuring orchestration plus. So it's basically a demonstration record of that specific organ. I used to have one of those Optigon organs where you put the little discs in there and they play the drum beat, and then you can play over top of them with the keyboards. So, but that's not what this is. This has a lot of medleys on it. A jazz medley, country medley, big band medley, small world medley. Joy to the World is on here. This came out in 1980. They thought that was cutting edge, I suppose, at that time, which I guess probably was. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're not currently a subscriber. I have a couple new subscribers I've noticed. And some people at work were asking me about my channel. It's sort of funny that, you know, out of all the people on YouTube, I mean, it's just word of mouth, more or less. You know, one person can tell another. I know that's how that works, and I appreciate it. But I was having the discussion, oh, you have a YouTube channel? Yeah, I do. You should watch it. You should subscribe to it. So hopefully you're watching now. You know who you are. There's more than one of you out there. There's at least 2 or more. Because let's see, if it's 2 or more, it's a crowd. Is that what they say? I don't know. Thanks for watching. Happy Yule. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Winter solstice. Whatever you guys celebrate out there. Almost the end of the year, so I hope everyone gets vinyl records for Christmas. I hope I do. I probably won't, but, you know, I could always get a gift card to a record store, and then I could just, you know, take care of business. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next vinyl update. Weirdo.